Open your mouth. Spread your legs. Clear. Let's go.
Yo, what up, what up? You already know we got the Mayor of Coney Island, motherfucker Gorilla Nems in the building, dog in the yard, your boy Pistol. You already know how we doing it out here, man. We swerving, we representing for my brothers all locked down. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, let's get right to it, man. Gorilla Nems, Coney Island, what's up? What up, what up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome to Dog in the Yard. And today we already know we got Nems in the building, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gorilla Nems, you already know, straight out of Coney Island.
Fuck your life.
All right, let's get it. What's up, Nems?
What up, legend?
How you doing, my brother?
I'm good.
That's good, man.
Honor
You
and
look
privilege.
great. You look great, man.
Thank you, bro.
I've been seeing you out there doing your thing and all. I love it. I support you. I love everything you do.
Thank
you. Know
you.
what I'm saying? And I just love everything you do, man. Shit. And I love the, you nice. You know what I'm saying? You nice, so I'm a fan.
Thank you, man.
I want to get into a little bit about your upbringing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any siblings or, what's your first time that caused you to get into any, trouble, and we take it from there.
I'm from Coney Island my whole life. My family been in Coney Island since like the 1950s, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm Puerto Rican and Irish, right? So my mother was Puerto Rican, my father was Irish. My father died when I was 4. You know what I'm saying? My Irish side. I'm cool with them, they cool, but I was always closer with my Puerto Rican side. My grandmother had 14 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
8 boys, 5 girls, or 9 boys, whatever equals out 14. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they was always running through Coney Island, running through the streets. I'm an only child. All the women and on my Puerto Rican side, the sisters only got like 1 kid each, except my one aunt. She got a couple daughters. But all the men had like mad kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was the only child, but I was mad close with my cousins. Like they were like my brothers. We're together all the time. Or, do everything together. I got my one cousin here, Mello. And just growing up in Coney Island, we was like, by the time I was born, it was like we was royalty already. You know what I'm saying? My uncles ran the streets in Coney Island.
Okay.
They're known. You know what I'm saying? And in and out of jail their whole life. And that, I mean, you grow up thinking that's what a man is supposed to be like. You know what I'm saying? So you just following their footsteps. So I've been getting in trouble since early. You know what I'm saying? Been getting arrested since like 16. Little charges. But then at 19, I caught a robbery charge. And I went on the run.
What year was that?
This had to be 03.
Okay.
I caught a robbery charge. And then I went on the run. I got bailed out, and I was like, fuck that. I'm not going back. I'm not turning myself in. And then I started battling, doing the Fight Club shit. I started getting a name. This is all while on the run.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even hiding, really. It's just... I just was getting lucky. They would come to my mom's crib. I wasn't there. They would come to my girl's crib. I was at my mom's crib. You know what I'm saying? And for like 4 years, I was just running free, battling. The Fight Club shit when I was battling was like the most popping shit in rap at that time.
Right.
And I really got my name known in the music industry during that time. And I was young, 19, 20. And in 2006, I got caught for it. I got caught finally, you know what I'm saying? And they sentenced me to a 1.5 to 4.5. The judge was like, yo, we had a paid lawyer. They was like, yo, listen, you got to do time, but we're going to drop it to nonviolent because you stayed out of trouble this long.
Right.
So you're eligible
Even
for
though you
shot.
was on the run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you stayed out of trouble 4 years.
Yeah.
You wasn't, and they gave me shock. And or they offered me shock. And at first I was like, man, I ain't doing that shit. But at the time, Fight Club I didn't know what it was gonna become. It was just battling you know, at the time.
Different
but they
guys.
got but they got a deal with MTV right when I got locked up. So it started showing on MTV where people would hit me, I'd call home and be like, yo, you on MTV every night.
Wow.
They showing your battle and like, yo, your shit is lit out here. And I was like, I could say no to Shock and do, you know, 1.5 at least, or might be 4.5. Or I could do this Shock shit and probably get out in 6 months. So I did 7 months on the island. Worst 7 months ever.
So how was that?
It was bad because, let me back it up, probably around 18, I started getting high. Like I started sniffing dope, doing all type. Like if somebody came to me and I was smoking weed, popping X, I was selling mad ecstasy at the time. And then I moved in with my uncle. And when I went into his crib, you know, I would see people come to the door and shit like that, but I wasn't paying no mind. I thought he was selling coke. You know, I wasn't really familiar with dope at the time. So one day I just dipped into a stash and just was like, let me try this shit. But if somebody would have came to me and been like crack, I never did crack. Because I knew what crack looked like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I dipped into his shit. If somebody would have came to me and said, yo, this is heroin, I would have never did that shit in my life. But once I did it, I liked that shit.
Yeah, of course.
And then once I found out what it was already too late. So my daily routine was waking up in Coney Island. I would go to Stillwell Avenue. It was where all the dollar cabs line up.
Right.
Every morning, hop in the dollar cab, be like, yo, take me to 35th Street. That's like the end of Coney Island. Don't pick nobody up. I'm gonna give you $10 when we get there. And then whenever we get to 35th Street, my block is the next block over. I just would rob the cab, whatever. I would beat them up, or most of the time they just give it up. You know what I'm saying? But my thought was like, they not gonna tell because they illegal anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They not supposed to be picking you up. Yeah. So they're not gonna tell. And so I caught the wrong one that told. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I caught the robbery charge for. But so from 19 to,
And you was what, 18?
I was 18. Yep.
And how you got off? You know, because that.
So
I know the drug habit is.
when I went to Rikers, they put me on methadone, right? Okay. But if you're going up north, you can't be on methadone.
Yeah.
So they was
That's only
like
for a little bit, right?
Yeah. So they weaned me off of the methadone, but I was mad sick. Like I couldn't even move. Luckily,
where you was at? C95?
I was in C95, then C76. Because once I got sentenced, they moved me to or C74. I don't remember which one or the other. But my classification was high, so they put me in the one-man cells. Okay. Which at the time was lucky for me because I just got to stay in my cell. I was sick. I couldn't function. Yeah. It was horrible. You know what I'm saying? But right in the time that I was about to go up north, I started feeling better. And luckily, they put me to Shock. I did Shock. I came home. I got parole.
How was Shock, though? Let's go to the process of Shock. For those people that don't know,
Shock is for first-time felons. You know what I'm saying? It's like a chance to, if it's your first time and it's non-violent, they send you to like a boot camp. There's 4 of them. There's Lakeview, which is all the way up in the mountains, like 7 hours away. That's where everybody goes at first, and then they classify you. Then they got Summit. They got like 2 other ones. Right. And
what's the process like when you go?
The process, as soon as you go, bro.
What you was thinking? I mean, like,
I didn't know what to expect. That shit was horrible. I
mean, I know they got to work out. You got to do all.
You got to wake up every morning.
So how was that? I mean, were you always like a big guy?
Nah, at the time when I was getting high, I was skinny as fuck, but I was mad out of shape. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I couldn't even do 1 push-up. By the time I left, I was doing 50 diamonds. You know what I'm saying?
You was focused.
Because they was fucking with me also because the place I got sent, Summit, my uncle was in the regular jail there. So it was like, oh, this is a family thing. So when my uncle would be in the mess hall, they would call me out of my program and be like, yo, Leon, look at your nephew. Look what we doing to him. I was like, in front of the whole shit. It was bad. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I got my diamond shits and my push-ups, because they also was like, yo, if by the time we get, by the end of the 6 months, if you don't do 50 diamond push-ups, we not graduating. You're gonna have to go to the regular jail. So every day I was practicing.
Oh, you was on your shit.
I had to.
You was like, fuck that.
Yeah, facts.
My ass is not.
I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hell
you don't know,
yeah.
you know. This is also my first time going up north. It was, you know.
Everybody goes through that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit, you a kid, you 17, 16, 18. You go through, everybody go through that little, you know what I mean? You don't know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
100%. 100%. So Shock, basically, you wake up at 5, you work out for an hour, then you gotta run like a mile to 3 miles every single day. After that, you shower, go to your program, like either your job.
You have to do the mile?
You have to do that shit, bro. If you don't do it, then they kick you out or they send you to
So I mean, the first day out there, if you don't do it.
Oh no, they you know, they'll let you walk, but you gotta continue. It's not like you could just give up and be like, yo, I ain't doing this.
Okay, it's a process.
It's a process, yeah. But you know, you get with a little platoon. They give you like this. You with the same guys every day. You're in a dorm with like 30 guys. Those are your guys for 6 months. So if you got a bunch of guys you don't like, if you fight,
did you get to vibe out like talk?
Absolutely, yo. At the end, when I look back at that, I look back at that time. Like, it set me straight, but also you laugh. You have, you know, you build. There's still a couple dudes that I see here and there. When I was locked up, that it's like, yo, we laugh. That's a camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? We was forced to be in that situation, but there was some decent dudes that I met. Some real dudes.
Your time on the island, when you stayed, we said 7 months?
7 months. So I was in C95.
Right.
So my first time in C95 was you was able to smoke cigarettes and get cigarettes like from the commissary. So my first, when I was 19, I had no problem. Like it was. I stayed to myself. Old timers would come up to me and be like, yo, I like the way you move. You stay to yourself. You don't fuck with nobody. But all my uncles had been in jail, so I already knew. Like, yo, don't gamble. Don't fuck with drugs. Don't fuck with homos. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I'm not fucking with no, I had comments, and my girl was taking care of me. My mom's would look out. So I had cigarettes, I had commissary, so I just stayed in my own little bubble. I didn't really fuck with nobody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then after when I went on the run and I came back, then it was like, there was no more cigarettes, so you have to, get fingers and cigarettes. I just was like, it was just a hassle, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, I'm ready to get the fuck up out of here.
Anything crazy you seen while you was there that you can remember?
I seen at the time, Bloods, Crips now are more all over New York now. But at the time in like 06, it was all blood. If you was Crip, there was not many Crip neighborhoods. I seen one kid come into the house. He was a Crip, and all the blood surrounded him. And he held his own, like he picked up the table from the day room. He was getting fucked up, but he was like, yeah, I'm Crip. And they beat the shit out of him, but he held his own. And I've always respected that, because I seen a lot of Crips at that time throw they shit down or just not claim it. Because now it's a lot more Crips, but back then it was like there was none. There was
a little bit.
Yeah, very little. And the ones that came in, they didn't claim it. You know what I'm saying? So you would see a couple that would claim it. But yeah, at the time, even the guards was throwing up blood signs in my house. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. These motherfuckers running the whole shit. And but I seen this one Crip dude, I don't even remember his name, but he went out for his. He got fucked up bad, but he went out. He held his own. I respected that always.
So you was in that shop program for what? Let's go back to the shop. How long
shop,
you was
so I did
6 months?
6 months. So, and at the time, and it's not like regular jail, so you only get one phone call every other week and then one visit every other week. So my moms would come up every other week, either bring my girl at the time or bring one of my cousins, and then the alternating week you get a phone call. And you can't buy nothing from commissary, bro. All you can buy is like shaving shit, and you gotta shave every morning. But that shit is a fucking headache, bro. I don't know how I made that shit. Now that I look back. But
you had the energy and you was young.
Exactly. It teaches you also structure.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And since then, and they say in shock that the recidivism rate, which means the rate of people that come back to jail, is mad lower when they do the shock program. And look, I ain't go back.
Facts.
for no major time since then.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shit. Facts.
I actually, maybe like 2-3 years ago, I got arrested. And when I was in the bookings, I was just like, what the fuck am I doing here, bro? Like,
Yeah.
like back then, going to jail was a regular thing. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, like going through the bookings was it was normal to me. You know what I'm saying? And going to rehabs and just being institutionalized was normal. After I've been out of that shit and living good and all of that, like, I was like disgusted with myself to be in jail, bro. I was like, bro, this is for the burbs. Like, there's no.
What you got? What you got arrested?
Yeah, I did
for?
some funny shit. I fucking pulled up on a little Mexican. He was parking in Coney Island. Like, in Coney Island, I'm the mayor. I park where I want, do what the fuck I want. So one dude, there was no parking. I was like, yo, get the fuck out that spot, man. We parked there. He was like, nah. I had like a, you know, like if your family's in the police, they give you like the little badge shit.
Yeah.
So my man gave me one of them. He's a cop. I was like, yo, police, get the fuck out of there. Homie called the police on me, said I was impersonating an officer. So they came and arrested me.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, bro. I had to sit with a whole like a police investigation unit. They was like, yo, but you. I was like, bro, I didn't say none of that shit to that guy. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And the guy never came. You know, they just let me out. That was another thing. I went to bookings and they called me. I was like, they was like, go ahead, go. I was like, what you mean go? I didn't see the judge yet. It was like, you want to leave? I was like, yeah, but they let me out the back door, bro. That shit never happened to me before, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, I felt like a snitch, bro. I was like, yo. I was like,
fucking weird as hell.
yeah, I
You
was
was
like,
like,
yo,
what
I'm
the
getting the
fuck
fuck
going on?
out of
You
here,
go
bro.
like that?
Yeah, that shit never happened to me before. But I guess the guy just never showed up and they dropped the charges. So they just let me out. But yeah, when I was sitting there, I was like, bro, I don't know how this shit was normal to me before, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. Shot, it worked.
Absolutely.
It got you disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And by then you was off drugs and all that.
So yeah. So
How you managed to? Like
when I came home in 2006, I was on parole. I was good for like 2 weeks, and I started fucking around again. I had like altogether probably like 10 months from the time I stopped in jail to when I came out, maybe like 10 months without using.
Mm-hmm.
But there was no change, you know. Like I didn't. There's something that was in me that made me use. I didn't work on myself when I was locked up. I was just in shock, so there wasn't no drugs. You know what I'm saying? I came out, I started fucking up again. And I just kept going, and then I started dealing with shady records. And I was all the time fucked up, where they was just like, yo, Nems, we love your shit. We want to develop you as one of our artists. But like, yo, you going in and out of jail. You high all the time wherever you go. And you rob people at the studio, outside the studio. We know what you're doing. Like, you're doing all types of wild shit. Like, and they just stopped returning my calls. And I was like, damn. Like, I had my shot with this rap shit, and I fucked it up. I had my opportunity. So I just had given up the rap shit, and I just became like I just gave up and just started really getting high, and I became homeless. Like, my moms, who came to see me every visit, who would bring me underwears and whatever I needed at any time, had come to the point where she was like, yo, I wish you would just die already so I could stop worrying. You know what I'm saying?
Putting her through it.
Putting her through it.
What was your cousins and your uncles were saying?
Oh, all of them. I was an outcast, but like, if somebody don't want to do it for themselves, you know, they had tried, you know, interventions, or they tried, you know, tough love. But if somebody don't want to stop, there's only so much you can do.
Drugs is complicated, especially like heroin. It's complicated
facts.
to get off, because I have family and friends. One of my best friends is to this day. You know what I'm saying? He still get high.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, when getting high, like, it's not like I want to go out and do this shit. I don't want to go out and rob every day or do, you know, in the beginning it was gangster shit. I was robbing people but by the end it became coward shit. I would take fucking little cell phones or be in somebody's house and do some coward shit. And I was disgusted with myself where I became. So like I said, I was homeless and everything. And then, I don't know, I was on like a 3-week run where I hadn't slept. But I hadn't showered. I was sleeping on the lifeguard chairs in Coney Island, like in the wintertime. You know what I'm saying? I was all the staircases in the projects in Coney Island. And I just was like done. So I was like on a 3-week run. I don't know what it was. Maybe like psychosis from being up that long, or an out of body experience. I was just like, yo, I could stop. I could keep going how I'm going. I'm gonna be dead real soon. I knew it. I knew it. Or I'm gonna do some shit where I'm gonna be locked up for the rest of my life. Like I knew it. Or I could stop everything right now and live my fucking dreams. And like, bro, I tried to stop mad times before, bro. I've been to rehabs, detoxes, jail, they didn't make me stop. Been to church, people praying over me.
Trust me, man. You know what? I know you. It's hard.
Yeah. So that from that
I used
day,
to go. I used to take my brother. I used to take him to fucking one. You know, my brothers. My
Absolutely.
best friend, I take him to all kind of drug programs.
Yeah, bro.
I done took him to this one, that one, back to the city, back to this one. I took him to Florida to live with me in my house. You know what I'm saying? And then he stopped, for like 6-7 months. And then he was like, oh, my mom's gonna see me, coming up with a whole bunch of excuses. And I'm like, my man, stop,
Facts.
bro. Like, what the fuck are you trying to go back to the town for?
Facts.
And I had him in Florida, Miami. You know, he around.
Chilling.
All the fellas.
Yeah, facts.
Yo, I'm not even have to be there. Yo, Joe, get that nigga. Yeah, come on. He used to be out there like this.
Yep.
Just to keep him focused. And that shit didn't work. He came back to New York. And
Absolutely, bro. It ain't gonna happen if you don't want it, or if you ain't.
that's a fucked up disease, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I really thought I had like I said, I gave up on rap. I thought it was all over. But look, that day when I did that, I woke up the next day. I went to my mom's house. I begged her. I said, "Yo, mom, I'm serious. I want to stop. Let me just sleep on your couch." And I guess she seen that I was serious. Like, she let me in the crib, and from that day, I never touched nothing. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do nothing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that was like 13 years ago. So I've been clean now longer than I was getting high. You know what I'm saying? Bought my mother a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is before this new rap deal, the new record deal I got. I did all of that before that shit. I stopped everything and my life just took it to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I wanted to do, living my dreams, like it hasn't been as fast as I would have liked, but it don't happen when you want it to.
Cool.
It happens when it's supposed to.
You doing it.
You know
You
what I'm
alive.
saying?
You good. You keep
Absolutely.
yourself healthy. As long as you keep yourself healthy and all that, you're doing all the right thing. You know the people. You win.
Absolutely.
You doing great things and all that.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you, bro. My guy.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
That's crazy though, man. I never even knew that you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know nothing about like as far
Absolutely.
as your past. You get high, so it takes a lot.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just
100%.
I want to just like, you know what I'm saying? It takes a lot for a brother to come up here and be like, yo, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Even though you probably said it, but to me it's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
I keep all my shit up front.
Now,
I don't
need
never
to see that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that
absolutely.
everybody ain't perfect. People get caught up in, you know, there's a lot of shit going on, and there's a disease out there.
If I would have came out 10 years early, 10 years later, I would have been the man with all these drug addict rappers now. But back when I was doing it, was like frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? I missed my lane by a little bit. But look, I always look back why this shit was shady, didn't happen, or all of that. I would have killed myself, bro, if I had a deal while I was doing all of that and living that way, bro. I would have OD'd. I would have fucking
imagine it would have gave you $5 million or something.
Bro,
You fucking
it would have been
high,
over, bro.
You would have been high. You would have been kicking people out the room. Get everybody get the fuck out the room. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? You would have been on
100%.
some other shit. You know what I'm saying?
And look, the same guy that runs Shady just signed me to his label, Paul Rosenberg, to Goliath Records. That's the deal I just signed. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a full circle moment.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're doing your thing. That's it. Yeah, it came back.
Full circle.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So the blessing's gonna come because you're moving right.
Absolutely.
Know what I'm saying?
That's in life. When you do the right thing,
Facts.
the right thing happens for you.
Yeah.
If you're moving grimy, if you got grimy shit in you and you're doing the grimy, but that shit always comes back to you, bro. And I feel like I lived two different lives. I lived at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm living a whole different lifestyle where that lifestyle just seems foreign, but sometimes you gotta keep it, you don't gotta let it, hold you down, but you always got to keep it in the back of your head so you always stay humble and you don't try to shit on nobody in that position as well. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. What would you tell young brothers that's watching us out there, and the youth, anybody that's that's been or is on the influence of drugs and all that? What kind of words would you have for them?
I would say like, yo, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, bro. If you just give yourself a chance to stop, you know what I'm saying? There's a light at the end of the tunnel, bro. Like, this shit ain't, everything happens for a reason, bro. Like, your feelings are not facts. the way you feel today might not be the way you feel tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to, live a destructive path your whole life. There's a way out of it. You just got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through some shit. But what's worth shit that ain't hard to get? You know what I'm saying? If it ain't rough, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Make it fucking happen, bro. Stop making excuses for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody give a fuck about no excuses. And nobody, to be quite honest, don't nobody give a fuck what you got going on. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. The only person that's gonna do it for you is you. Your mom's not gonna do it. Your girl's not gonna do it.
Right.
Your kid's not gonna do it. Like,
talk to them.
You gotta make that shit happen for yourself, bro. Or else you're gonna be fucking 60 and with a looking back like, yo, I wasted my whole fucking life. Or you can fucking do what you gotta fucking do and make it happen and live a productive life, bro. Life ain't meant to be fucking miserable.
Absolutely.
Life is not meant to be wasted. Life is meant to fucking flourish and fucking do dope ass fucking shit. Straight
Absolutely.
like that.
That's right. That's right. Take your gift. Whatever gift it is, run with it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Believe in yourself and run with it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I always say it like, fuck that. You can always change. As long as you got it's life and you breathing, there's always a chance to change. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I know it's complicated. You know what I'm saying? We go through especially when you're young, you don't want to hear it, this, that, you got all that energy and all that, but believe me, man, it's never late. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till trust me, I agree on a lot of shit, as far as, how you you felt like it could have been a long time ago, you would have been up.
100%.
Like, I could have did a whole bunch of shit different too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I could have been up too, but I also shaded a whole bunch of people away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker talk about me, they be like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want the niggas in the building.
Yeah,
You
facts.
know what I'm saying? Like, these guys right here, hell no, bro. And that's just, and fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We got to change that. You know what I'm saying? So, and shock work.
Absolutely. That shock shit.
Don't get it fucked
100%,
up.
100%.
That shit is discipline.
And it gave me an opportunity to come out earlier and do what I had to do. Because when I came out, I had my buzz already going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the rap shit just took off from there for a little bit, and then I fucked it up. But I always had that job. I always knew that I was meant to do some rap shit. When I was a kid, I either wanted to be a fucking wrestler or a rapper. You know what I'm saying? And I just never gave up on my dreams. You know what I'm saying?
So you started rapping at what age?
At 15, well, I always was like freestyling since I'm a kid, but like 15, I started actually writing my rhymes. And then my first rhyme was to battle somebody, you know what I'm saying? I was in school in the fucking Poconos, bro. I didn't really fuck with nobody because I would come home every weekend. But I was watch people battle each other, and I'd be like, yo, I could finish this fucking guy here. So I just would watch them and write some shit. And the last day of the school year, I was just like, yo, I got some shit for you. Let's battle. And, facts. And then when I went back to that school after the summer, I was like the man. I was like, yo, I like this. I like this feeling.
Oh, you like the hear?
Yeah, facts.
You love the passion. That was you right
Absolutely.
there. That's when you say, yeah, this is me right here.
That's what formed my style, just battling and just being aggressive. That's still my style to this day. But also, you could rhyme. There's mad people that rhyme good and don't fucking say, and nobody gives a fuck because they don't have no story. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through things in life. Why did people love DMX so much? Because he was real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people fucking identified with what the fuck he had going on. Mm-hmm. And they identified with the pain. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, vulnerability sometimes is a strength.
Yeah. I
always thought like, yo, you gotta be the toughest and you gotta do. Nah, there's sometimes people respect vulnerability more than that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And also, like with like I said, my uncles, they all been in jail. They all killers, murderers, thieves, all that. I thought growing up, that's what you had to be. Mm-hmm. I thought that's what a man was. But as you grow up, you gotta unlearn a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Education.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And nobody's gonna do it for you except you.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom's fucked up and did this, or your pops did this, or your family did. All that shit that you got in you, ain't nobody gonna take it out of you except you. You gotta undo that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, don't nobody give a fuck about your problems. Everybody got their own fucking problems.
Facts.
Straight like that.
Nems, I want, how you feel about prison reform?
Prison reform is good and it's bad. Like, you know, there's certain things where, like, these kids now we should get arrested for weed and fucking do a whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? 5 of us for a fucking clip in the ashtray. Now that type of shit is mad bullshit.
Yeah.
You should not
Everybody
be getting
go to
locked
the
up for
booth,
shit. Yeah. I had a record since I'm fucking 16 years old because of weed. My first like 5 arrests was for weed. And it was really just the police want to get some overtime at the end of their shift and bring in 5 different people so they could process and get more time on more hours. You know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody should be getting arrested for fucking weed or like little petty bullshit that, you know, you fucking up. And most of the shit is the hood. You know what I'm saying? They not stopping and frisking the people in the suburbs. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's always in the hood, and that sets off a whole life cycle of people not getting their fair shot because now they got a record, now they can't get a job, now they got this. You know what I'm saying? So quality of life shit, like weed, I'm glad weed it's a whole different world out there now. You see kids blowing weed right in front of the police now, bro. That shit is crazy.
Man, shit is crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie to me because believe me, I be bugging because I smoke and it was an event and shit like that. And I went and I was smoking and they gave me like a gift. It was like a jewelry shop and they gave me like a gift. And I seen you know, the police out there now is different.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, she's bad.
Facts.
Bad Dominican chick. I'm like, what the fuck? I went over the gift they gave me. I was like, yo, here, I had the blood in my head, shit all in her face, Captain all in.
Yo, it's crazy,
I was
bro.
like, oh shit.
Yo, it's a whole different world.
At the beginning, I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. At the beginning, I used to be like, hold up. Niggas used to be like, nah.
Nah, when I saw it was real is when I was in my car one day and there was 2 cops just standing on the corner, just, you know, walking, just not even walking the beat, you know, they patrol and they just stand there. And I seen a kid walk by with the blunt and blow the weed, like, not in their face on purpose, but it went in their face and they just didn't do shit. And I was like, wow, this shit is real out here.
It's more calm out there because of weed, I think.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Motherfuckers instead of just go ahead on and robbing or do something, they smoke a blunt and be like, man, I'm going home.
Yeah, facts.
With $1 in their pocket. Let
me just watch a movie, fuck it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let me fall back and shit like that.
Facts.
Yeah, so, you know, I've been going to Rikers Island.
Legendary. That's super
for the
fire.
past couple of weeks. Yeah, man. And I've been in there working with a lot of the kids, you know, and it's so crazy because you go in there and these brothers is lost.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's so, I mean, I look and I'm like, damn. I used to be just like that.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm over there like I'm asking brothers like, you know, so how long you been here? I've been here 60 months. 2 bodies, and I'm like, okay, what about you? I've been here on what, 11 months. I got a temp and a body, this, that. What's your lawyer's name? I want to know my lawyer's name.
That's
they don't know their lawyer's
crazy.
name. I'm like, my man, how you gonna know your lawyer's name? So,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, but you here on the PlayStation and shit like that, and now they got tablets on the island. So,
Facts.
you know, so dudes just got the tablet to make phone calls and dudes on the PlayStation. And I'm like, so what we doing here though? Like, and them, now I got them where, you know, I'm able to go in there.
Yeah.
Cause I'm going in there with no police or nothing.
Yeah.
Like deuce.
Yeah.
I tell the homies, I tell the fellas like, yo, listen, like I swear I go in there like on the gate.
Yeah.
And niggas crap me in.
Yo, that's the best. I went one time to speak in Rikers Island, bro. Just walking in there, the smell, you automatically get that feeling back, bro. As soon as the smell is
the smell's always the same.
It's crazy how this shit don't change.
It's hot as a motherfucker.
But the best thing is when you walk the fuck out on your own shit.
Absolutely.
That's when I did that, I was just like, yo, it's like having sex.
Nah,
you know
it's crazy.
That shit is the best feeling
But
in
you
the
know
world.
what? Just walk in. I walk in just walk in, get the ID that I'm going in, and go to the unit, you know, and I'm just so blessed, you know. It feels so blessed just to be able to go and talk to them and put them on point. Like when I went back to, I've been having them doing homework. I came back. Yeah, what's your lawyer's name? Oh, I got him right here. I got all the information right here. I'm going low library. Get them focused and all that because, you know, and instead of, and while we here, we're not gonna kill each other.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody representing different flags, different colors. Everybody, right? Cool. But as long as we respect each other, we gonna be okay. We can live with each other.
Most of the shit is just a conversation sometimes.
Yo, so
and the pride just takes over.
I've been, you know, so far so good. It's been a month. You know, shout out to my partner Giant, bartender Giant.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying? He the one that got me, you know, focusing there. And it's been great, man. I feel I feel great going in there and being able to, you know, vibe and bring something back. You know what I'm saying? Because they be fucked up when I tell them, listen, by the way, I used to run this motherfucker.
Yeah.
This 4 building shit and all that. Yeah, they like, you know, they're a bunch of kids. They're 20
That's
under.
Crazy.
You know, I've also been going.
None of them know who you are?
They don't know who I am.
No, but beforehand.
Nah, like when I go in there and they announce me like, yo, Pistol Pete. They come out, oh, that's the G.
Yeah.
That's Pistol. You know, I've been going in there. I've been going for the past week. I've been going in there working out with Chef G.
Really?
Yeah, you know who's Chef G?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I've been, shout out to Chef G. You know what I'm saying? That's my little man. I've been going to see him like, yo, Chef G, to his cell. Like, yo, let's go work out.
That's crazy.
He's been working out and all that. You know what I'm saying? Chef G, the only nigga in there with the big hurts and all that.
That's
like,
crazy.
He is.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? But he's
dope,
there,
man.
he's focused, he's working out, trying to get out on bail and all that.
Yo, you know what? We all have a reason why we went through shit in life and come out that on the other side, man. And
yeah.
Look.
I'm gonna tell you while he's in there, he started a mental health program.
That's awesome.
Chef G. So we combining that shit with what we doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He working, you know, he trying to get home and all that. But
absolutely.
But it just you see?
Absolutely.
You know, he's like, yo, I just did 2 years up top, just came back. They got me for this thing new. Hopefully I get this bail, people. But I'm done with this, Pete. I was like, yeah, you know, because I be vibing with him. Like, my man, what the fuck you doing? We could be at the VIP and all like
absolutely.
This. Chilling.
Yeah.
Fuck are you doing up in here,
That's
B?
another thing to talk about too is the fucking when these kids get to a certain level of rap and shit, bro. These whatever units is they really are a fucking target by the police.
Of course.
Started with I don't know if it started with it, but you know, they got the Bobby Shmurda whole shit. Even the 6ix9ine shit. Like they targeting whole shits. It's like, yo, once the rapper and these motherfuckers are stupid.
Yeah, once you start getting crazy and all that, you become a target.
Yeah.
You know, so this is when you're supposed to be on your shit.
On your shit.
But most of these guys, you know, they young, they got the energy, you know, so they learn the way we learn. To go and do it.
Only thing is, we ain't have the internet, or we ain't have Instagram with the phones to show it off.
Fuck no, they got 1,000 phones in there now.
Yeah.
It's different, which is okay. You know what I'm saying? But we need to stay focused. We need to come home. We need to, you know. Other than that, man, take actions for you know, I mean, for those brothers and shit out there, like I said earlier, that's out there watching it, you know, what Nems got to say to them and all that, you know what I mean, in regards to jail time, you know, and anything that you could give them that, you know, they could take with and they could run with.
Yeah. When you come home, don't go the fuck back in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are comfortable. You know, sometimes you get comfortable in jail, you know what I'm saying? And then you become institutionalized. Like my cousin Mello, mad institutionalized. You know what I'm saying? When he first came. I remember when he first came home after his 8-year bid, my cousin Mello is here. He's off the camera.
Shout out to Mello.
Yeah. When he first came home after the 8 years, he told me, we was riding through the city. I'm taking him to shows, doing a whole bunch of shit. And he was like, yo, Nems, I think I got like another 10 in me. I was like, what? What you mean another 10? He's like, yo, I could do another bid 10 years. I was like, bro, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah,
and he spoke it into existence because he wound up doing another 6 right after that, bro.
Into existence.
Bro, it's like...
No, the energy is there. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Because once the energy is gone and you realize that you're going to be sitting in, jerking off for another 10 years, you'll be like, fuck no.
But I did the science in my mind about Mello, you know what I'm saying? Like when he's out, he takes care of his moms, his grandmoms, his sister. You know what I'm saying? But when he's there,
he's a good son.
Yeah, he's great. He just got their fucking names tatted yesterday. But when he's in there, that weight of taking care of them is not on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though he's worried about them and wants them,
of course.
But when he's home, he makes sure.
Work.
Yeah, it's a full-time job.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Full-time job.
So some people are in there and then they get comfortable because they about that life. You know what I'm saying? So they know ain't no harm coming. Whatever is thrown their way,
it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. But they know when they hit the real world, they're not sure if that's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, when you come out, whenever y'all come out or when y'all watching this, just do what the fuck you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? And just know whatever energy you put out is gonna come right back to you. So you put out that grimy, negative energy, that's just gonna come right back to you in many different forms. You might not be so lucky enough to have it come back as jail. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're doing the right things for the right reasons, man. That shit always comes back to you, man.
You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol, dog in the yard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got Gorilla Nems in the building.
Facts.
My brother, yo, Nems. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, bro.
I appreciate you, and you know, and I have super level respect, man. I love the fact, you know, you came and you opened up the way you did. I mean, I respect, you know, and you came a long way. Keep focused, and you got me, man. You know, I'm your brother too, so you know,
absolutely.
Anything you need, you know, I'm a hollow. You can always holler at me. You know that we all know the same people.
That's a fact.
So it's all good. And with that being said, it's your boy Pistol Pete, dog in the yard, and I think your episode will be out next week, right?
Let's go.
Next Tuesday, next Monday. I mean, that's the next episode.
Let's get it.
You already know your boy Pistol Pete, dog in the yard. Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to Dog in the Yard. First and foremost, I want to thank Gorilla Nems for coming through. For him expressing himself, you know what I'm saying? For him able to open up, you know what I'm saying? This is that platform that brothers just open up, you know what I'm saying? And let the truth be known. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your honesty. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with your addiction. You know, you're overcoming all them demons, all them temptations, all that. Now you've been 13 years clean, doing your thing. You out here, you hot, you the shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, keep representing for Coney Island. I know you the mayor out there, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, bing bang, your boy Pistol Pete, dog in the yard.
Big gorilla star, you heard? We did live in Southside. KAR, fuck your life. Fuck what you thinking, nigga. Fuck. Look, is you dumping or you dipping? Which one? I'm with the gang. Is you blooding or you crippin'? Throw it up, shots bang. You gon' slug them or you clip them? Call whoever you want. That shit won't make a difference at all, pussy. You hear that whistle, then you're dead. Pop, put a missile to your head. Bing.